Hello, simplifiers. Diana with Diana Simplifies here. How are you doing? Let's talk about a couple of fun things and then we will talk about some side effects I'm having from the new medication. I still have high hopes for the medicine, but I am having some side effects. It's actually knocking me on my rear end. It's making me very tired. The first thing is I ran across a bargain at Walmart. So they have these are men's shirts and they're 100% cotton. And I always love to, if you like 100% cotton, I always like to discuss these with you. These are really nice shirts. It says US, what is it? US Polo Association. So it, it kind of resembles a polo. I didn't get it because of that. I could care less about that little thing on there. But I got it because it's hot. It's a nice bright pink. And it's 100% cotton. This was in the men's department. It is a small. It fits me really well. It comes down long, which I like, but this part fits perfect. So anyway, so this was on clearance for only $5, and this one was a small. So they had another color. I really like bright colors, and they look better on me. And so they had a bright blue that was also $5. Unfortunately, or I think it was. I didn't scan it because they were all extra large, so that wasn't going to work. So anyway. That's the way it goes. I was over there, it's hoodie weather, and I'm looking for a hoodie, a zip-up hoodie, because last year I got the most beautiful hoodie in the men's department, and I wore the heck out of it. I mean, I'm going to wear it this year too, but I just kind of wanted another one. Now I wish I bought two of the same color, because it's a beautiful teal color. It's just so pretty. It might have been $15. It wasn't really expensive. And I just wore it and washed it and wore it. And I think it had quite a bit. I don't know that it was 100% cotton, but it had some cotton, I think. I could be wrong. But I think it had cotton in it. And I just don't like polyester. It's just hot. It's just hot and cloying. It's really cloying. I bought these in the girls department. And it's Reebok, which I love. I love the Reebok stuff. They hardly have anything in the girls department right now. It's kind of weird. They don't have that much in the women's department. And in the women's department, they have these tags stuck on there. So this is what I'm looking at, the kind of plastic thing. I don't know how you get it off. So when you leave there, do you have to go through the regular line? Did they take it off? Do you have to go to customer service? I'm not wanting to stand in a line just to buy something. Not wanting to stand in line. Again, not wanting to stand in line again. Anyway, this is Reebok from the kids department. It's a 14 to 16, and they had these on clearance, and I only paid, I don't remember. The only problem with this, because I have a hot pink one like this, it's kind of maybe a little bit brighter than this, but the only problem, it kind of shed all over. So the inside sort of shed everywhere. But I was going to check and see if this one was cotton. This one was 60-40, which I prefer at least 60. I prefer 100, but whatever. But this is what I'm looking for, is zip-up hoodies. So I bought one like this, and I bought a pink one because, I mean, how many pink hoodies and t-shirts could you possibly use? I don't know. So I bought it was on clearance. I just couldn't control myself. And it's it's a paler color. I don't even think these colors look that great on me, but I love a zip-up hoodie. That's what I want, is a zip-up. Because what I do, this is sitting here because of, it's kind of not cold. It's cooler in here in the mornings because it's, finally cools down at night some. So the air's not running nonstop, but it does still come on. And so in the mornings, it's nice and cool in here. So I throw the hoodie on, and then I get hot, and it's zipped. So just take it back off. I don't want the sweatshirt hoodie. I want the zip-up hoodie. So this year, apparently what's in are sweatshirt hoodies, which I love the look of them. And I found two beautiful sweatshirt hoodies. I would have just snapped them up right now, except I wanted a zipper on them. So I love the color. They had some beautiful colors in the men's department. One was kind of a pale pink. I'm not sure why men would want that color, but I don't know. I'm not a man. What do I know? I know my dad would wear just about any color. So I don't know why I say things like that, because my dad would wear every color in the rainbow. He wore everything. He didn't care if it was pink. He would wear it. But I just feel like, for my husband wouldn't be caught dead with that on. He's not going to wear a pink sweatshirt. You know what I'm saying? But Spencer's very manly. I mean, he's a very manly person. I know there are other people who, they're not. So anyway. All right, so I was going to show you all this. So it comes in these packages like this. This is the cromolyn, I can't pronounce, sodium. It comes in these packages. I'm tired right now, if I'm being honest. Then again, I can't sleep. Now, I did sleep all weekend. I slept and I slept and I slept, and I missed my whole life this weekend because of the sleeping due to this medicine. So the dosage, what's good about this is you can half it very easily. So this is the dosage, is 2 of these. And you squirt these into water. And the good news is, I'm sure there's somebody that doesn't like the taste. It pretty much tastes like water. It's a little off. It's just a little off what water tastes like. And I don't put it in a lot of water because I want to make sure I get it all. So I just put it in about this much water. I've been doing some reading. There were like no instructions. My husband picked this up for me because it finally got, okay, I went to the doctor on Wednesday. It finally got ready on Friday. There's just no rush anymore. I mean, used to, if you ordered something at Walmart, if they need to order it, so like if this got called in on Wednesday, which it did, it was called in by noon on Wednesday. I think it was earlier than noon, but let's say it was around noon on Wednesday. I sort of thought I'd be able to pick it up Thursday. I think they had it ready first thing Friday. By then I was out of town with my dad. So I was like, of course, Spencer, do you mind going? And Spencer's like me, he doesn't want to wait in line over there. The lines are crazy over there. Well, they packaged it up and didn't even tell him anything. I was like, well, let me just do some reading. So it said, I mean, my prescription says 2 of these, but I thought he said he was giving me some extra, so I wasn't sure he planned on me taking 2 of these, and also said 4 times a day, and originally he had told me 3 times a day. Maybe because I told him more about my stomach problem, maybe he decided to do 4 times a day. So I really was not sure. I'm just going to be honest. I wasn't sure if I was supposed to take all that. Now, the pharmacist wouldn't have been able to help with that because the pharmacist would just strictly go by what this says, which is 10 milliliters, which is 2 of these, by mouth 4 times a daily. It doesn't even say put it in water, which you're not supposed to just drink this. I did read there are people that just drink it. And honestly, with the taste, I don't think it would bother me. I don't know what it's supposed to do to you, but supposedly you have to dilute it. But then I read some people, this just happened to be, you know, Google will come up with some Reddit conversations. I got more from the Reddit conversation than I've gotten from anything else about people. You have to do this, and you have to do that, and you can't, because I just came home Friday. Did I take 2 of these? No, I just took 1 because I thought there might be some side effects. I want to see what it would do to me. I don't think there were many side effects with the 1. It was when I did 2 that there was a problem. So all weekend, I didn't do really anything I had planned. I did almost nothing around here. Now on Saturdays, I'm pretty lax, and I just don't do a lot on Saturdays. That's kind of my day to just rest and be lazy. Nothing wrong with that. So I did some laundry and stuff like that. When it's hot like it is right now, it's just boiling hot here. It's cooler today, but I mean, it's still hot. And we were promised a cooling trend, and it's not that much cooler. I don't know. I mean, 110 heat index is cooler than 125 heat index. Sure, it's if that's what you think's cooler. Sure, that's cooler. Anyway, so I was like, this is the cold front. This is the cold front, and then tomorrow is going to be another heat advisory. I don't call that a cold front. That is not a cold front. Anyway, so it was just really hot over the weekend. So when it's hot like this, I don't like to wash clothes all day long and dry them and just use up all the power. I don't think anything would happen here, but I just think it's better to just do it early in the morning, late in the evening, whatever. So I got up we get up pretty early on Saturdays and Sundays. And I got up and did some laundry. And I'm trying to remember if I took 2 that day, went ahead and took 2 vials that morning. I probably did. And I think I took a nap, or I either wanted to take a nap or I took a nap. But if I do 1 vial, I seem to be fine. 2 vials, like right now, I took 2 vials at 3 p.m. It's 5 right now, and I feel like I could go lay down right now. Easily. I took 2 vials this morning, which was stupid because I was going to work, but I didn't have to drive that far. So I was like, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Well, it took 4 hours for it to kick in, which is weird because you're drinking it. You'd think it just kick on in, wouldn't you? So I drive to the lady's house. I drank it at 6 this morning because you're supposed to drink it 30 minutes before you eat. And then I read this stuff on Reddit was like, you need to eat it and drink it an hour and a half before you eat. Well, how many times? I mean, like, I get up in the morning and I eat and I go to work. I'm not awake for 4 hours waiting on something to kick in so I can go eat. So I was like, whatever. The doctor said 30 minutes. I think 30 minutes is fine. So got up this morning and I was like, well, I didn't take much of it at all yesterday until I got home. And then I took a lot. And then I couldn't sleep last night. So I was like, well, that must not even be what the problem is. It must have been because I was mixing it with the antihistamines, which now I'm not even taking the antihistamine anymore because I don't even feel like I need it. Because I feel like this is working on my sinuses. It's not even like, that's not even supposed to be part of it. It's supposed to be helping my stomach and the itching, which sometimes I don't feel like it's helping my stomach and sometimes I don't feel like it's helping the itching. But I do feel like it's helping my sinuses, which is fine. Look, anything it does for me, 100% perfect. I'm not gonna argue. But when I first started, it felt like it was really helping my stomach. And then, I think it was Sunday, my stomach hurt all day. I felt like my stomach just hurt all day. And I'd been taking it. So I don't know, you take it before meals and he's got it written 4 times a day, so you take it before bed. So I did that last night, okay, after I was just completely knocked on my rear end all weekend. Sunday was terrible. Sunday it was just one nap after the other. I had 2 different naps. I had things, normally on my Sunday is a crazy busy day. I get up and I go to Sunday school. I have to leave here at 9, which isn't super, for me it's early, but it's not super early. To leave here at 9, Spencer doesn't usually go. So I just leave here at 9 and drive myself over there. And then it starts at 9:30. It's about 30 minutes from here. So it starts at 9:30. And then I go to church. Spencer meets me at church. And then a lot of times we'll go to lunch together. And then the whole reason I'm driving myself, other than to go to Sunday school, is I want to go to the gym. So we may or may not go to lunch. I might just take lunch with me, eat it on the way over there, sit in the parking lot, whatever, eat. Go in the gym, work out, go to Walmart. That's a long day, right? Especially for a weekend. That's, weekend, if you're wanting to be laid back and not do much, that's a long weekend day. Not this weekend. Let me tell you, I got up at 6. I took 2 vials. Big mistake. At 9, I was like, first of all, I don't feel motivated on this at all. I don't feel motivated to do much of anything. So that was the first thing. I was sitting here and it was 8 o'clock and I still had plenty of time to get ready. I had a whole hour to get ready and I was like, I don't feel like getting ready. And I'm feeling a little tired. By 10 o'clock, I was about 10 a.m. By 10 a.m., I was back in bed. So it took it about 3, that day, it took from about 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. to kick in and make me tired. And then finally at 10, I just gave up and went to bed. Same thing happened in the afternoon. I can't remember if I took 2 vials or if I decided 2 vials was too many. May have just taken 1 at lunch. I can't remember. Ended up in bed at 2. I think I took it like at noon, probably about 11:30, 11:45, something like that, so I could go ahead and eat around noon or 12:15. By 2, I was in bed. Or 2:30, I was in bed. I've never napped so much in my life. I didn't nap this much. If you'll remember when I had surgery, I didn't nap any because he had me so hopped up on steroids. Remember that? I was there was no napping. There was no napping at all. I had planned to do some quiet things. I was so strung out on steroids, I couldn't do anything that I planned to do. So I just noticed I was very unmotivated on Sunday, just real unmotivated. Because then after lunch, I thought, well, I'm feeling better, except that I had taken this medicine again. I'm feeling better. I bet I can go to the gym, or even if I can't go to the gym, I just like to go to Walmart. Not really, I just want to go to Aldi. If I could just make it to Aldi. But if I'm going to go all the way over there, kind of want to do the gym and Aldi and Walmart, just get it all done. No. Nope. Went to bed. Went to bed for like an hour and a half. It was crazy. So the more I thought about this, and I contacted a friend, and then of course, all of us are so different. Okay, so I didn't start taking this when I got home Friday night. That's when I started. Well, by then the doctor's office is closed, right? And all this was going on Friday night, Saturday, Sunday. And then I contacted my friend who I know is on it because she mentioned it on Facebook. And she's like, well, have you contacted your doctor? I'm asking you if you know anything about making you tired or if it made you tired, because I'm trying to figure out, By then, by Sunday night, I had figured out if I'm going to drive to Jackson on Monday, I can't take this medicine. That's what I learned. I want to take the medicine. I want my stomach to be helped. I've got to be able to drive, and taking 2 vials, I cannot drive. Period. There's no driving, there's napping. And 1 vial was questionable. I wasn't sure. So I got up Monday morning. Well, what I said to her was, no, I haven't contacted the doctor. I didn't even get it till Friday night. I mean, like, Spencer got it in the daytime, but I wasn't here to take it. So I didn't start taking it till Friday night. By then the doctor's office was closed. I said, I think I'm just going to cut it down myself. My doctor, I've only been to him twice, but it's obvious he's very laid back. If I say I'm having side effects, he will immediately say, cut it down. You know what I'm saying? And he'll say, you don't have to take it 4 times a day. He'll probably say you can take it twice a day. He's not going to be all, oh my gosh, you've got to take it 4 times a day, because he'd already told me 3 times. So I know he's not going to be like, you've got to take 2 vials. You've got to take it 4. He's not going to, I can just tell from being around him twice. He's not going to say any of that. He's going to say, you need to do whatever you can do to get in the car and drive, right? I mean, that's common sense. Can we all agree that's common sense? So I still haven't called over there to ask him, because I'm just going to have to figure it out is what I'm going to have to do. And I think at some point you do get used to it. I remember I used to take phenobarbital, and phenobarbital will knock you on your rear in a hurry. It wasn't that potent with me, because almost nothing puts me to sleep. That's the other funny thing. Almost nothing puts me to sleep. This sends me right to bed, okay? Just trot off to bed 2 hours later. But it takes it a while to kick in, which I don't understand. It's not right away, it's hours later. So today I had this bright idea. Yesterday I never took the antihistamine until bedtime, because I thought maybe the antihistamine was causing the problem. I just thought maybe together. It hasn't been causing me the problem, but then I thought adding it with the other, maybe that's the problem. Well, that isn't it, because I haven't had it all day today. I didn't have it all day yesterday. Didn't really have any problems. I took it last night. I'm not even sure I needed it last night. I feel like this is helping. This is expensive, so it'd be nice if we could cut out the antihistamines and the stomach medicine. It wouldn't completely pay for itself, but it would be a start, right? To not have to pay for all these extra, and plus I don't want to be on all these drugs, right? I hate drugs. I hate them. But if I could get off the stomach medicine, I'd be happy, because it's annoying. This is the same type of thing, because you have to take it with every meal. But if it's working on more than one symptom, you know, like the stomach thing, it's just working on the stomach, and it doesn't even fix it. That's the whole problem. It doesn't fix it. It doesn't fix the stomach at all. I still have a lot of struggle with it. So anyway, today I was like, nah, it'll be fine. I had to go to work. What was I thinking? Well, I only had to drive, this is what I was thinking. You only got to drive 20 minutes. You'll be fine. Well, I was fine for the drive. I took it this morning at 7. I left the house at 9. Guess what time it kicked me on my rear. Kicked me on my rear. I think about 10:30 it kicked in. It's crazy. You can just look forward and be like, okay, at 10:30 it's going to kick you in the rear and you're not going to be able to do anything. So I had only been cleaning the house for about an hour and a half. I got there about 9:30, hour and a half when all this started, and I was like, gee, I'm tired. I could go take a nap in her spare bedroom. I even sent Spencer a text. I was like, I wonder if Sherry would mind if I napped in her. She was there. I wonder if Sherry would mind if I just laid down in the spare room for a while. Well, so not only was I really tired, I was just like, I'm cleaning. Listen, I'm not motivated to clean this house so much, but I'm very motivated to clean when I'm getting paid. I'm not sure why, but I enjoy what I do. I really do. I don't think my parents have ever understood that, and they would kind of like talk, especially my mother would kind of talk down about what I do. I enjoy cleaning houses. This is what I like to do. Now this one, I don't get paid to clean this one, so it's not as fun, but I do clean it, but it's just not the same. But I'm very motivated, even if I don't, if I feel terrible, less motivated, but I'm pretty motivated at work to work. That's what I'm there for. I'm there to get paid. I'm there to work. It's like an artwork to me. The house, while I'm cleaning it, when I'm done, it's like an artwork. The artwork's finished. I can't help that they're gonna walk in and slop stuff on the floor. That's not my problem. But right now, this artwork is finished. And that's how I feel about it. So I enjoy what I do. So I'm generally speaking motivated. I'm gonna tell you something. When that hit me, I was like, oh, I'm not motivated to do this. And I'd only been working for maybe an hour and a half. I was like, this isn't good. I haven't even cleaned half of this house yet. And I was there a total of 4 hours. So sometimes I used to sit and eat lunch, so I'd be there longer, but I've gotten to where I leave there about 1:30 and I can just not eat until 1:30 or 1:45 or so. But man, I tell you what, the last 2 hours of that house, it was like pulling teeth. I was not motivated. So these are the side effects of having, I am so tired, I want to go lay down, and not motivated to do much of anything. So it's kind of weird, but I do feel like my sinuses were very clear today. They weren't bothering me yesterday. Go figure, maybe I can do half the dose. The worst thing that really has happened, because the napping didn't bother me. I mean, I don't mind. It bothers me during the week when I'm supposed to be working, but on the weekend, I don't care if I need to nap. But then last night, I barely slept any. I think I maybe finally got 5 hours, but which is weird because I took two of these vials when I got home at 6. I took 2, so you would think by 10 I should have been tired, and I kind of was. I kind of was starting to feel, oh, I'm a little groggy. Yeah, I need to go to bed. And it was time anyway. A little groggy. Need to go to bed. I get in bed. Oh, and I took another 2 right before bed. So now I'm thinking maybe that's not a good idea. I did that to help my stomach, because what I noticed is if I take this overnight, my stomach feels great in the mornings, which is highly unusual. It's very unusual for me to get up in the morning and feel wonderful as far as my stomach, or really as far as anything goes, but definitely my stomach. So highly unusual for my stomach not to be hurting when I get up in the morning or in the middle of the night. Sometimes I have to get up in the middle of the night. It takes more medicine, more medicine. So I don't know. I don't know if it was taking them both to 6 o'clock and then again at 10 o'clock or 10:30, whatever time it was. I don't know, but I was wide awake until about 1 o'clock in the morning. And then I needed to get up I didn't have to get up around until 7, but still, I mean, I guess if you go to sleep right at 1 and you sleep right through till 7, but I was awake around 6 because Spencer gets up at 6. So I ended up sleeping in the other room, but so he has in our bedroom, there's a window unit, so it's really loud. The other bedroom doesn't have one, so you can hear everything. So if somebody opens a door, you can hear it. So I think he woke me up about 6:10. So I'd finally gone to bed after 1 a.m. and then bleary-eyed at 6 a.m. this morning. So I was like, this is not going well. So now I don't know what to do about nighttime, because you would think if it's making me this tired in the daytime, it would also make me this tired at nighttime, and I would just go to bed and sleep. But no, that's actually not what's happening. So anyway, that's my little story. It's my little story time today. I did get my rings back. I had to so I've got 2 of my grandmother's rings, and my sister has a different ring. And so we had to get them appraised for the inheritance from Mom. So I got this one. This is the one I wanted. This was, that one is my dad's mother's rings. And so they cleaned them up. They're real sparkly now. Very pretty. So I'm wearing that on my right hand. And then this one, for my entire life, we thought this was aquamarine because my grandmother on the other side, this was my mother's grandmother's ring. Her birthday was in March, and the March birthdays are certain days, I think, are aquamarine. And so mine's aquamarine and my grandmother's was aquamarine. This is a topaz. I found that out when I got it appraised. I told them it was aquamarine. I was like, this is aquamarine. Guess what? No, it's not. So anyway, I'm wearing this one on my left hand. Now, my wedding ring, I have not worn in years because it does not fit. And so I got mother's rings to fit after the appraisal. I got hers to fit on my right hand, on my, like on the marriage finger, on whatever you call it, on your right hand, which is normally on the left hand. And then I'm going to get mine fixed to wear it on the left hand because it is tiny. When I got married, my finger was a 3.5. This finger right here, 3.5. Now it's probably a 4. So anyway, I've got to go get that fixed so I can wear that. I haven't probably worn it in over 10 years because my fingers started swelling, and then I kept thinking, well, it'll go down. No, it was never going to go down. So anyway, I got those back finally. They had them for they told me it was going to be 3 weeks, and they had them to the day, exactly 3 weeks later. They texted me it's ready. I was like, oh, good to know. If you'd let me know a little ahead of time, I could have planned, but I guess I was supposed to know it was going to be ready that day. So anyway, I'm only in town 2 days a week, and it was ready on a Saturday, which is not, when we dropped it off, we were there on a Saturday, but we're not normally. So anyway, I just waited and picked it up, I guess, on a Monday. So anyway, I've gotten those back and got the appraisal done and got all that settled, all that stuff done. I'll see you guys later. I hope you have a great week. Bye.